Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make another batch of soap. So what I'm doing today is a milk soap. This is from Anne Marie. Most people know her as Soap Queen, although Soap Queen no longer posts to that channel. She's just posting her videos on the Brambleberry main page. But this is one of hers. This is almost her exact recipe. I'm using goat's milk. She just says milk. This is actually goat milk. If you've not used milk, this is my preferred way to get your lye into it. I could just take my room temperature goat milk and dump my lye into it just like water. It would turn brown, it would smell to high heavens, and it would probably stink up the soap. It would still be good soap. So one way to do it, actually there are several different ways, but my preferred way is how she does it to keep it nice and cool. So I went ahead and froze it into ice cubes in an ice tray, and then just going to dump a little bit of lye. You can kind of estimate about a tablespoon. Start stirring. And the lye will eventually, very slowly, but eventually melt this frozen goat milk and keep it nice and cool. So what we'll do is just probably stir this for maybe 2 to 3 minutes while that lye that I just poured in melts it and liquefies it. So then I would take just a little bit more after a few minutes and dump it in like that, but just keep doing this. Ideally, I'd put this container in an ice bath, but I'm out of ice at the moment. My ice maker quit, and in a 10-year-old refrigerator that still works, the refrigerator still works, it's just not worth putting money into a new ice maker. So I'm going to shut this down because this process could take probably 20 to 30 minutes. Then, once I've gotten this done, I'm going to be following one of her recipes and one of her designs using my small mold. One side is going to have a black and white drop swirl. The other side is going to be uncolored, and it's going to have poppy seeds in it. So I'll see you in just a few minutes. This is melting pretty quickly, so I'm going to be careful with this, very cautious not to get this too warm. So I'll see you in a little while when we're ready to actually make some soap. Okay, so we're back. This moved a little faster than I wanted it to, so I'm a little warmer than I want. I'm going to have to be cautious, but this is all nice and creamy and melted down, and my oils are melted down. So do my usual, put my milk lye solution in, light emulsification, split it, color it, scent it, and pour it. I'm coming to you from up above. Not sure if this is any better or not. Let me know in the comments what you think below. If you like it down to the side like I normally do, or if you like it above like this where you can kind of actually see a little better. So anyway, I'm going to have to move, so let's get started. I'm 110% sure that everything is well mixed. There are no undissolved lye crystals in here. So, here we go. And yes, you are in the picture. There is a very slight ammonia smell, which is common when milk and lye mix together. If I had kept it a little cooler, it would have helped, but it's alright. Alright, light emulsion has been reached, so what I'm going to do is one side is going to be completely uncolored, and it's going to have poppy seeds, so I have to measure out 24 ounces. Very carefully. and this other we're going to have approximately 12. And 12. The rest in this one. Okay, we're starting to set up. So, I'm going to have a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon, black oxide in one of these. Stir that in. Very quick blast of the stick blender, very quick because this is sitting up on me because it's warmer than I planned. Alright, we're going to put our scent in. Get this in the mold. Wow, we're setting up. This is going to be an in the pot swirl. Well, sort of. It's also going to be an over the side of the pot. We need to get this into the mold. So let's get you here where you can see. And I'm just going to pour equally. Tap us down, which will make more room in here. Jiggle that a little bit and take my spatula and scrape this side out and get it into the mold. We'll tap this down again. Pull this out. And I will clean that up later off camera. And tap down some more because we got kind of thick. Now, she recommended leaving the top alone. You know, I can't do that, especially since it's kind of thick on me, so I'm going to do just the top. Okay, take my gloves off because I'm finished and I have soap batter on them. And I will bring you down here to take a look. Now off camera, I'll take care of this off camera. I am going to spray some alcohol on that. And because we got hotter than I wanted to, and this is a milk soap, I'm going to put this in the freezer overnight because I don't want this to get any hotter. I don't want it to gel. So anyway, curious about it, curious about using it. I will see you probably in a day or two for the cutting. Thanks everybody. We'll see you later. Bye. Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man, and it's time to cut the goat milk soap I made last night. Before we do that, I want to show you something, announce something. It's finally time to say goodbye to a long, faithful, trusted friend. Used it a week or two ago and it sounded awful, and I really thought that some duct tape would fix it because I'm one of those men can fix almost anything, and I saw that the shaft was spinning with a spinning blade inside it, and I thought that was the problem, but I think the gears inside are stripped because I just tried to use it. I have had this stick blender. This is a Hamilton Beach stick blender. I've had this for almost 5 years. I make a batch of soap every week, and for most of those 5 years, this was my only stick blender. So this has made a batch of soap almost every week for 5 years. I've also made a lot of liquid soap with potassium hydroxide, the kind that you have to stick blend sometimes in excess of a half an hour. This is a good stick blender. So time to say goodbye to a very faithful friend. Thank you, my friend. Alright, you see the crock pot here behind me. That's another video, so just stay tuned for that. Let's cut this soap. It did some weird things. I like my soap to gel, but I did not want this to gel because of the milk in it. It's been in the freezer for 6 hours. It was in the refrigerator for 6 hours to slowly warm up, and then it's been room temperature for 6 hours. It's really hard. Oh, it does look nice though. And smells nice. I love this bergamot black tea from Brambleberry. Love it, love it. So I'm curious to see how this cures and how it performs. The bottom is a little bit uneven, and I think that might be, oh, it's because I put it in the freezer and it probably wasn't sitting flat. That's it exactly. It was in the freezer, not sitting completely flat. This really looks nice though. I was worried because this got so thick so fast. I even see a partial gel ring in the center there. Look at that. This went immediately into the freezer for 6 hours. And I still got a partial gel in the center. This looks way nicer than I was expecting. Now this light color, I'm not sure what it's going to do when it starts cure, but we'll see. These all look pretty much the same, but since it's such a small batch, there's no need to fast forward. But I do like this. I just don't know what it's going to look like after it starts curing and drying. Very nice. Just leave that one like it is. That'll be a little bit thicker than usual. So, let's get you over here and see it. Yeah, I do like this. Very pleased with this. So if this turns out to be a decent soap, which I think it will, this is definitely one to do again. So anyway, this is my first goat milk soap. I've made it with buttermilk. This is my first time with goat milk. I'll see you a little bit later with the project going on in this crock pot here beside me. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Bye.